Ain't that pretty? It's like somebody took a big old bite out of the mountain. Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have the S18 Mini from Aostirmotor. The S18 has got some beefy stats for an affordable price of $999. It's a small frame, full suspension, all-terrain fat bike that can carry a rider up to 300 pounds. So let's see what the Mini can do, starting off with a speed test. It's time to see if this thing can reach the speed rating of 25 miles per hour. It does have a good sized motor, a 500 watt motor in that rear hub, and that is powered by a 48 volt, 11.6 amp hour lithium battery, which is kind of cool. It's the first battery I've ever seen that looks like this, kind of a triangle shape. And it does have 2 keys. You can remove it, charge it on the go, which takes 4 to 6 hours. You do have to have the key inserted and turn the battery on for it to work. Okay, pedal assist 1 first, here we go. Looks like 1 is 12, 2 is 18, 3 is 22, 4 is 26. Looks like 5 was 31. Now the fastest bike so far in this price range hit 22 miles per hour, so I almost got 10 above what the next fastest bike in this price range is. That's pretty impressive. And now it's time to see how quick the acceleration is. This is the acceleration test. The bike is small, but it does weigh quite a bit at 75 pounds. It can hold a rider up to 300 pounds. I've got a full charge on the battery. I'm in gear 1 and pedal assist 5. Here we go. Now less than a revolution before the power comes on, and it is abrupt. Whew. So that's a poppy bike. And there's 20, and there's 22. Ooh, that's got to be the quickest so far in this class. I think I hit 20 miles per hour in less than half a block. And now this is straight throttle. Here we go. Ooh, quick off the line. I'm very impressed with how, oh, there's 20 right there. I'm very impressed with how quick this is for a $1,000 bike. Yeah, that is not bad at all. That has got a very abrupt and fast acceleration. Woo, I'm impressed. This is the first range test for the S18. This is the 20 mile per hour easy riding test. I've got the full charge on the bike. I'm gonna start my tracking app and see what I get. The look and design of the S18 is pretty awesome. I love the color, which also comes in blue. It's got this streamlined sort of frame design, which is pretty awesome. I love the battery design, something I haven't seen before. There's just so many companies out there that you got to get creative in the design to really stand apart, and I think these guys have done it. I just lost my first battery bar. I've gone 13.50 miles, 49 miles. As far as geometry, it's kind of in between a moped style and a regular style bike. Seat doesn't raise up that high, and so it's more comfortable just to use the throttle. For me, I'm 5'11", but you do have a lower center of gravity with this, and so handling, control, cornering, things like that, it's just funner. It really does provide a different riding experience. You can take some sharp corners at speed, sticks to the trail, and is able to handle those corners at higher speeds very well. There's no shaking or wobbling, anything like that when going faster as well, over 25, even up to 30 miles per hour. Overall, it's a very solid and stable feeling bike. Second battery bar went pretty quick, 16.51 miles. Well, let me dive into the cockpit. The handlebar span, there's no information on that online, but it is almost too big for the size of the bike. There's plenty of room there. The grips are smaller. They're got this cool texture sort of deal to them. There's a 7-speed Shimano shifter, and that's just kind of standard and basic. Not my favorite shifter, but going down, 7 to 1 and 1 push, coming back up 1 at a time. Nothing too fancy or special about the saddle. It's kind of larger, which I like, so it's a little bit more comfortable that way, but it is quite hard. I just lost another battery bar and I got 19.29 miles. The S18 is a full suspension bike, a front fork with lockout and adjustments, and then there's a rear spring. I'm not sure what the travel on either of those are. For the price of the bike, it's actually very good suspension. And then they put 20 by 4-inch all-terrain tires, and they are beefy. I'll talk more about the suspension and the tires in the off-road test. Let me go through the pedal assist and throttle sensitivity. First off, the throttle is a half twist throttle on the right side, and it does give you full power. It doesn't depend on the pedal assist level. I can just easily maintain 15 miles per hour. If I release it, instantly cuts off. If I re-engage, almost comes on instantaneous, and when it does, it goes. I'm really impressed with the power this has. Really impressed. On pedal assist 1 on the 7th gear, I'm pretty close to my cadence at that level. On pedal assist level 2, there's my cadence. Bike's doing all of the work. Usually that happens on pedal assist 3. I'm gonna jump up to pedal assist 5 now. Really can't pedal fast enough to make any sort of a difference. Yeah, there's no way. Oh man, this thing just wants to go. And then on pedal assist 5 going about 16, 17 miles an hour, if I stop pedaling, there's about a half a second delay before the power cuts off. And then going 19, if I begin to pedal, about 1 1/4 revolution before the power comes back on. So for the price range, that is a fantastic reactive system, very reactive. Man, the more I ride this bike, the more I like it. So I'm impressed with the speed, with the power, the acceleration, the reaction time of the pedal assist. This is awesome. Down to my last battery bar, and I've gone 22.73 miles. Okay, that wraps up the range test, the first range test. My app recorded 25.70 miles with 860 feet elevation gain. For a $1,000 bike, that is awesome. That is fantastic. And the cool thing about it is I was coming back, I was still hitting 17, 18 miles per hour when the bike died. Anyway, hopefully that gives you an idea of what it can do when you're riding it kind of nice. I'm gonna charge it back up and do another range test riding it a little bit harder. First battery bar gone, and I've gone 10.93 miles. 2 battery bars gone, and I've hit 11.83 miles. Just lost another battery bar. I'm down to 2, and I've gone 14.05 miles. Man, I'm always having a good time. On the ride, after the ride, when I ride that bike, it is just fun. One of the funnest bikes I've tried. Anyway, I'm done with the range test. This time I got 19.22 miles with 2,371 feet of elevation gain. Now compared to the first range test, I got 25 miles with 860 feet elevation gain. This time I got 19, but I had more than double the elevation gain. Well, that's my first battery bar. I've gone 6.43 miles, and I've gone full throttle the entire time just for riding this bike hard, and it is kicking butt off-road. Holy cow, this is an awesome bike. I lost my second battery bar. There was a bunch of hills on that last section, so it did drain pretty quick. I had a full throttle, and I've gone 7.84 miles. Down to 2 battery bars. I've lost 3 out of the 5. I've gone 8.74 miles, and I apparently have hit a long uphill section. It has been uphill the entire way from that last battery bar. On the main road up to this ATV trail I'm on now, there was a bunch of washboard. I was going over 20 miles per hour on it, and it was just gliding. I was more than impressed with how it handled that, because I've taken other bikes in the same price range, and it about shakes me to death. So washboard is a check. It can handle some washboard roads. It can also take on bigger bumps and potholes. I hit those at speed and was expecting just a crash when I hit them, and it was quite the opposite. I felt the whole bike just give as you would expect with a higher end suspension bike. If I didn't know the price of this bike, I'd say this is around a $2,500 to $3,000 bike. That's what it feels like. It's got excellent power for climbing. The suspension is fantastic. Even in rock gardens, it's, I mean, I gotta go slow, but it's doable. Down to my last battery bar, and I've gone 11.23 miles. I know there's a few of you that like to know the areas that I go riding. This is Grass Valley. It's just north of Pine Valley. This is about 25 minutes north of St. George. What's cool about this place, it'll be 110 to St. George and like 80, 85 up here. So pretty awesome place in southern Utah to come ride in Pine Valley if you guys want to come check it out. Okay, the off-road range test is over. The app recorded 14.25 miles, and I don't know what my elevation gain is, but I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I have no reception, so it didn't load that data. 17.5 miles for off-road riding is pretty awesome. Anyway, now you know what it can do as far as range on paved, hard, soft riding, and off-road. The S18 is rated to climb a hill up to a 45% grade, which is pretty steep. Has 80 Newton meters of torque. That's how much the motor produces. And this hill here, I've been on this many times. This is 18 to 20% grade, 2 blocks long. And I'm in the first gear. I've got almost a full charge on the battery. 8 miles an hour is not bad at all. There's zero resistance in the pedals. I'm going up the trickiest part now. Down to 7. Bike's doing 100% of the work. Back up to 8. Yeah, this has got some terrific power. $1,000 bike tackling this hill at 7-8 miles an hour. That is impressive. Coming up over the top. And that is it. The S18 has 180 millimeter dual disc brakes. Gonna head down this the same hill I came up with the hill test those out. As far as the levers go, kind of cheaper filling, and they're big enough to fit 3 of my fingers. So headed down now, just lightly pressing them. A little bit of pulsating, not too bad. Let me get some more speed here. That back wheel slides pretty easy, so don't have to press the levers very hard to, get some hard braking, but it does take quite a ways to stop when going down a steep hill at speed, as you would imagine. Let me continue on. But as far as sounds, sounds pretty good. A little bit of squeaking, not too bad. Here's a run through of the pad and LCD screen, and that is quite big, very easy to see in the daylight, and button to turn the power on. And then keep on hitting it to change the different readouts. Up and down to, change the pedal assist level. If you hold the top button, that does turn on the lights. Pretty nice looking headlights. And then a tail light that does flash when I hit the brake lever. Hold down the bottom arrow to engage the walk assist mode. And then to access the P menu, just hold down both at the same time. And then to cycle to the P menu, just hit the M, and pretty easy. The S18 is waterproof, has a 1-year warranty, and ships within about 2 to 3 days. Okay guys, that wraps it up for the S18. I am more than impressed with this bike. For $999, that's insane. Absolute yes, 5-star rating. Pick this thing up. If you want to pick it up, I've got the link in the description. Also be sure to check out my website, electricrevolutionreviews.com. There you can find all my reviews sorted by price and capability. Hit that like button before you go, and please subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.